4, 3, 2, 1. Welcome to Wildfire Adventures. All right, so here we go. We're going to make this very quick because it's even though it's March, it's still very, very cold here in Michigan. It just decided to get cold. This is the back of our setup. We're going to do a comprehensive walk around on our setup at a later date. Just let you know that this is a Jeep Gladiator with a bed rack, a rooftop tent, some traction boards on the side, some fuel cans, and a water jerry can on the side over there. But what's more important is how are we going to be able to take the stuff we want to take? So we have got it stacked to where we have tubs and compartments. Remember, we're on a budget. We're not doing this at maximum cost. So we're doing this to save a few dollars. So to start with, the big ones that are at the end, these are going to be more of our camping supplies. And we're going to take one inside here in a second and open it up and show you what's inside the tub. These come from a local box store, hardware store kind of thing. Kind of like, without plugging the name, Menards. So a really great tote. It's got a gasket right here that keeps all the dust and the dirt and the water and wind out. And I've been demoing this for probably 8 months now, and that's in the snow and the rain and the dust and the dirt. And so far, everything has stayed really clean on the inside. So I'm very happy with these. And these were only about 30 bucks a piece. Now, you may recognize from previous videos, our toilet. It's right here. It's very accessible. We put our bag right in there, a little bit of poo powder, and we're good. There's nothing in there that you know of. This is what we got for personal supplies. Everybody has got one black box assigned to them. Now, there's only 3 primary people going on the trip with long haul, so to speak. So Hayden does, I do, and Kimberly each has one box for clothing. The rest of them are going to be for treasures or extras, and we might even leave some of them home. So what you will find, one of these boxes is going to hold our power supply situation. Again, another video. So old guy, I don't want to have to reach in. So I just loop with my gaff, I loop this blue handle, and now I can just pull them up. It's very cheap. This is just cheapo rope I found laying around, but you can find it for a couple of bucks. Again, at any hardware store or big box store that you want. These are Plano boxes. Again, I've had them in the back of the truck for a while now. And though they don't have a gasket, they have stayed super dry. Again, there's nothing in here yet, but the ones that we do have stuff in, like I keep my ratchet straps and my toe straps and stuff in one. They stay dry. They stay good. I have no problems with that at all. If you're wondering what kind of magical tool I'm using to bring these totes forward, it's just simple. It's a boat gaff. That's it. You've got to do things easy. Easy doesn't necessarily mean expensive. Easy can mean smart. Oh, I want this one over here. I reach, I grab, I pull forward. I get what I want to get out of it. I'm done. I kind of line it up where I want it. I take my gaff, I push it back, and we're good to go. I've got my tie downs on the either side. We do have the rails on the inside that are adjustable for tie downs. They're great. They work good. If you don't have to have them. We also went out and purchased a 14 padlock set. They're all keyed the same, so we can lock all of these up and with cable locks. You'll see over here, I don't know, Hayden, if you can get this in the... Those are cable locks. Is it keep it from people from stealing your stuff? No. But it deters them. And that's, again, if you're looking for insurance claims or anything else like that, you have to prove that, hey, I had it locked up and I did the best I could. People stole it. your insurance should have no problem after that. So let's find a tote. We'll unpack the tote, and it'll be an example of what we are taking and how. All right, so when we were out at the truck, we talked about taking one of the totes and seeing the good stuff that's inside. And maybe talking just for a second about that. All right. Again, these are one of the nice totes. It does have a sealed ring inside of it. Keeps everything nice and clean. Okay, so number one, we have a lighter. Don't go, whenever I'm at one of those big box stores and I see that big tub of lighters that you can purchase, I grab at least one or two. Probably because there's a lighter thief in our house. A lighter thief. Right, so, moving on. Got some important stuff in here. We've got a Coleman cook stove. Now, there's a lot of people out there, oh, Coleman cook stove. It's the old trusty cook stove, folks. It doesn't get much better than this. The wind deflectors go up, you set it up, oh, done. So you can spend as much money as you want to spend on a stove. This thing works great. We love it, so we're going to keep it. It doesn't take up that much room. You can even go get the cheap Walmart stuff too. That Ozark Overland, is that what it is?
Ozark Trail.
Ozark Trail. You can get that cheap stuff too if you want. It works. It depends. Are you going to cook a gourmet meal and you need all that extra stuff? Then, by God, do it. But I'm not, and we're not. So, to go on top of that, oh, I got a big one for you. It's a skillet. Now, hey, do you know how much we paid for this?
Nothing.
Well, we paid $1. If you're on a budget, now if you want to spend, we saw one earlier today. It was like $80 or something like that. If you want to spend $80, spend $80. If you want the lodge, the cast iron, by all means do it. If you're on a budget and you're just looking for something to put up some pancakes, maybe some eggs, maybe fry some bacon, whatever, go to Goodwill. Go to one of those restores or whatever. Go to a yard sale. Just pick some stuff up for cheap. That includes this. This right here. It's just a little pan. It's a great saucepan. Fits right into our tote. Perfect. Got a little lid. This didn't even come with it. It was just a happy accident. Oh, look. Perfect. It's all we need. A saucepan and a skillet that goes on here. But maybe not all we need. Let me put this off to the side. There's still more in this tote. Well, hey, who doesn't have a kitchen that doesn't need some paracord? I don't even know why that's in there. Coffee filters. Could you guess why I have coffee filters? Could be for toilet paper. This coffee tastes like crap. So we put this all into this tote because it's the first thing out of our vehicle. We gotta have our camp stove and things like that because coming out, and this is one of my guilty pleasures that I'm not going without, and that is my Coleman. And I don't care if it's cut off. That is the Coleman coffee maker. Now, yes, I am in love with this thing. This thing has seen a lot of use. It's been on the road with us for many years. Whenever we go camping, we take this with us. It's just like a regular coffee maker. You put the water in the back, you put your filters right here, just like a coffee maker. Just like at your home. It's got a drip stop right there. I'm not making any one cupper. There's no French press in this blood. No, America, coffee, Colombian. This sets right on the burner on your camp stove. Crank it up on high, throw it on there, and 15 minutes, you got a pot of coffee. Is it slower than at home? Yeah, it's slower than at home. But it's no stinking half an hour for one little squeezy press of cup of coffee. No, we got a pot of coffee. It's no percolating crap. It is a true pot of coffee. Then we have, of course, a couple of these 1 pound propane tanks for the Coleman cook stove. This is what we keep handy. And maybe a deck of cards, because that's what we like to do it. And when we're winding down a day on the road, is maybe play a couple games of cards. You can stop it. What do you got?
Liquid IV.
What do you got in that glass?
I have liquid IV. I don't know what it is, but it comes in packets, and Mom says it's good for me. So that's what I'm drinking.
Mom says it's good for you. Well, I got some in here too. What you got? A little nice little glass here. You already got this?
Druggy.
Yeah, abandoned car. Talk about saving money. Abandoned cars. I probably should. No, I washed it. It's good stuff.
No.
It's very full. It's very tingy in it. It's very strong.
It's just like thick.
It is thick.
All right, so everybody that is watching, what I'm going to do is
we gotta do Peabody's problem, Jack.
Peabody's problems. Peabody is completely deaf.
Peabody!
He cannot hear anything. I've screamed at him. We try to scream at him. You can't call him over. You have to use like
You have to boop him.
you gotta ASL. You have to give him gang signs. So basically, we're gonna walk in his shoes for a little bit.
Yes. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to ask them a question. I'm going to point to them. I'm asking a question, and then they're going to answer. But right now they
Hold
can
on.
only
You're
read.
talking to me?
No. So I am asking them a question about camping or this camping trip or whatever. I'm going to point to them. You're going to hear me ask the question, and they're going to answer it. So this, all right, this will be funny. So, with that,
This girl is a...
what skills and experience do you have to use the skills that you packed?
Say that again.
No, I can't. No. Answer.
I wasn't ready. I'm sorry, literally.
What skills and experience do you have to use the tools that you packed?
Pooping in the woods the first time.
Okay.
No. That was
Okay.
refreshing.
What technology will you use when camping?
The baby wipes.
What's the firewood situation?
I don't take fireworks camping.
What is your favorite meal that I'm going to make you while we're camping?
I think an axe.
What is the overnight temperature that we're going to be camping at?
The longest I've been camping is...
You're yelling.
recreationally about a month.
Who is responsible for chores?
Who's what?
Who is responsible for chores?
Dad's really good at fishing.
He better than I have scabies.
All right. So do you like sleeping in a tent or do you like to sleep outside where you can just look at the stars?
Can you speak with your mouth?
Do you like sleeping in a tent or do you like sleeping outside where you can look at the stars?
You told us we couldn't take the dog.
What kind of drinks do you want to take camping?
We had the propane stuff.
Hayden or Jeremy, is it better to camp where there are many campers or quiet and secluded?
Beer taps and camping?
No.
What is your feelings on glamping?
I like to go fishing.
More.
Oh, sorry. I like to go fishing. I like going out on the boat fishing with with a dog.
Do you worry about the animals that might be around you when you're camping?
I don't like to eat wild duck.
What's the biggest thing that you make sure that you're going to take camping with you? Size-wise.
Sometimes when Dad farts, it smells really bad.
Oh my God. What's your bad experience? What's your worst experience camping?
My worst experience? Probably having diarrhea.
What kind of clothes are you taking What kind of clothes are you taking camping?
I'm taking flannels
Okay?
and like long underwear.
You're very good at reading lips, aren't you?
What?
I said you're very good at reading lips, aren't you?
I don't have any tips for the buttons.
How do you make a campfire?
How to make a campfire?
Yes.
You start with little sticks and then move on to the bigger wood.
Okay. All right, so how do you feel about the 18th century, hold on, the 18th century horror way of wiping yourself with 21st century wipes?
Wait, did you just ask him
Are
about...
you talking about weapons
About
and
women?
testicles?
No. Okay. How do you feel about 18th century horror wipes? Not horror wipes. Hold on, one moment. Let me rephrase this. Hold on. How do you feel about 18th century bathing that whores used to do, but using 21st century wipes?
We shouldn't be wrecking any trees.
I would like to answer the question. I don't know what... something about 16th century Jonathans, but I don't see what that has to do with camping at all.
It's locked. It's child locked. Anyway. Oh, I had it. There we go. So if you need a clickbait,